was just flipping through all these old notes and crazy letters, and I didn't even have a typewriter, obviously, and if I did have a typewriter, even still, it's hard to erase stuff. Writing is really bad, and if you type a wrong letter, I would end up writing to read as opposed to worrying about typos. Anyway, I found this. I thought this was really interesting. This is from Nick at One Station Plaza. I don't want to highlight the phone number, but it says, Connie Shannon called about yoga class. Please call her at this number. And then, what did they say? Oh, also, please leave me your new telephone number. But the point is that this is all from 1993 and 1994. And the idea of teaching yoga was something that I always had in the back of my mind since I learned Bikram yoga in 1989. And actually, when the Springer family took me to a place called Homestead, where I never met this woman. I want to say her name was Nancy. I don't know if that's right, but she was traveling through the Caribbean teaching yoga. And I just remember thinking, I want to do that. Not to teach yoga, just because it just sounded so cool to be able to travel, and I wanted to be her. And I was so young and healthy myself that I didn't really do the yoga that much, once in a while kind of thing, so it wasn't like I was serious about it as I became older and sicker. But it's just amazing to me that, as dedicated as I was for the past 7-8 years, the idea that it's just flourishing as business, the yoga business all these years. And I was almost overdrawn at the bank yesterday, and by some miracle a friend put $100 in, and I didn't even know about it. And I was spending $2 here for coffee with my bank card, or this little bit here. Literally like $5, tiny amounts of money that add up so quickly. And it's just amazing that I've ended up this way, and people want to pretend that not having money doesn't make you a little nutty and a little crazy under so much stress and judgment, partly brought on by my own sloppiness, because I don't give a crap about, people's superficial impressions and their judgments anymore. I used to, and I tried so hard. I thought this was funny. This is like from 1993, and I wanted to make a note about how weird ads for natural gas from Con Ed. But actually, one interesting thing said that there was I saw an advertisement for Hair Club for Men that was donating their services for free to children with cancer, and the advertisement had little kids with bald heads, and I wrote, thank God they didn't actually show them performing the procedure on their little heads, and just how sick everything is, and nobody says anything, and then if you try and you fall on your face, like even the mayor the other night, when I made a total fool of myself crying about, nobody knows what I'm talking about being banned from the swimming pool, but the whole point was that it's all in line with, having the dog stolen from me, having the police called on me over a sign-in at a swimming pool, how it has nothing to do with the swimming pool. It has to do with, why did the police keep doing it? Like, isn't there a memo to, give me a fucking break all these years? And it just occurred to me, how hard would it have been for this last time I spoke before the Common Council, how hard would it have been for the mayor to say, wow, Miss Fortini, you're obviously under a lot of stress, or you're very distraught there, and so I'm not really clear on what happened, but feel free to send me an email about the details, and if there's anything I can do, I certainly will try. Which is a bullshit answer also. It's, it's just a busy woman, and I don't expect her to do anything. I'm talking to the fucking TV. I'm talking to 10,000 people to put pressure on the bad people who hurt me, and end up, having it backfire. But there's no kindness. There's this like smirk, and then this bullshit answer from the chief. So I'm not prepared to answer about the dog at this time. It wasn't about the whereabouts of the dog. It was about, why do you keep doing this to me?